The 8th of June, Rabbi Furst, Mishna Berura.
Very good. This is Rabbi. Okay, good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here, Steve Samanapsi here in Yerushalayim, here of Zoom. This is our second here in the morning, learning Mr. Berura, Hilchos Nesias Kapayim, volume 2 in the Mr. Berura Siman, Kuf Chaf Chet 128 in the Shulchan Aruch Chaim. We're in the middle of Sif Mem Gimel 43. Yeah, Barry, how would you like to read at this point?
Okay.
So let's just I want to review the Mechaber, then we're going to jump back into where we left off in the Mishnah Berura. We left off in the middle, abruptly yesterday. So let's learn Mem Gimel. Achish Shiva Yemei Avelus. Talking about a Kohen who now is coming out of 7 days of Avelus for a relative.
Achar Shivas Yemei Avelos Nose Kapo. He's able to raise his hands to give the bracha.
Right.
Uvorech Shiva Yemei Avelos. Uvetoich Shivas Yemei Avelos Yetze Mebeis Hakneses Sha'ah Shekore Kahanim. But during the 7 days, he has to leave the shul during the
time that they call up the Kohen. He has to leave the shul before they call up the Kohen.
Right. Or before they call up. So meaning that if he's there when they call, he has to stay.
The question is, does he have to go up or not? Right? And once they call him, if it's betok, we'll see. The Mishna was going to discuss this at this point.
Okay.
The reason he has to leave is because the Mishna said v'di'ebedim lo yala, the lo yad say v'peru. Right, that if the Mr. Berura Paskins, if he didn't go out, even if there's he should go up, because if not, he's going to be over in Asay.
Right.
Okay.
So do the Agah?
To the Agah, right?
Ima Eina Nase et Kapov V'chein Hagin Medinas Elav. So Imam, even if he doesn't lift up his hands.
Right. Let's see. You're in the Haggah right now. Yesh Omrim calls bar Avelas the Filad Yud Beis Chodesh Alavi Ve'imoy Ein Enosh Kama. It does not. For those who always.
I started in the wrong place. I'm sorry. Yesh Omrim, and there are others who say L'chol Zman Shavelos Afilu Ad Yud Beis Chodesh Al Avi V'al Ima Eino Nose Et. Some say that even during the whole 12 months.
Right.
V'chein Hagin Medinas Elu, and that's the way we do it in our
region,
Medina, where he was.
Yeah. Right. So now let's go to the Mr. Berura in Kuf Nun Ches. Have it there, Kuf Nun Ches.
Mr. Berura Kuf Nun Ches. Yes. Afilo ad Yud Beis Chodesh.
Right.
Okay. Hayinu afilu b'sha'as Yom Tov. She'eno nikra shiroi b'simcha. That even if it's afilu b'Shabbos the Yom Tov, and even if it's Shabbos and Yom Tov, she'eno nikra shiroi b'simcha. He doesn't pronounce he doesn't call the brachos because he's lacking simcha.
Exactly, right? Meaning the whole 12 months for father and mother, for example, that is even including on Shabbos and Yom Tov. He's Eina Nikra Shuri B'Simcha. He's not called a person who's in a situation of joy, right?
Right.
One of the requirements for the Kohen to give their brachas is they should be in a state of joy. And a person who's within 12 months of losing a father or mother, he's not in a situation of joy.
Okay. Sharei Asur Lelech L'Simcha Nesuyan. It's also for him even to go to a wedding. The
Right?
Kayotze B'Zeh.
So
And
it comes out from this. The consequence of this is
Ruhu Hadin Hakorev Mesa the Regel Afal Pi Shedayin Lo L'Chol Alav Havelus. So it comes out that the law is
it's a huadin akar meso beregel. The same law would apply to a person who buried his deceased of his during Pesach or Sukkot, Chol Hamoed, right? So you have a Kohen who had a relative die that he's obligated to mourn for, and he died during the days of Chol Hamoed or on Yom Tov, and the burial took place on Chol Hamoed. So Afal Pi Shadai Lo Chal Alav Avelis, even though that the Avelis is not incumbent upon him now because it's Chol Hamoed, Mikol Makom, nevertheless.
Mikol Makom Hooray Al Kopanim Aser the Simcha Kol Yemei Harega. So he's it's also for him to mourn during the regal,
Right.
and Chol Hamoed.
That's correct.
Who adin onain afilu b'yom tov. He's an onain even on Yom Tov. Shehu chayev b'chol hamitzvos, and he's chayev for all mitzvos. So, and I'm just curious. We'll probably get to it, but does any of the Yom Tov take off his time of Elus?
If there's a Yom Tov Acharon, it could be, yeah. But that will depend whether or not if he didn't sit any of Avelis yet, it's not going to take anything off because the Yom Tov can only be mavsik if he began Avelis. But here, if the kavura was on Yom Tov on Chol Hamoed itself, there was no Avelis, so it didn't start yet. So in the case where there be a Yom Tov Acharon, you can't add anything to the obligation.
But if he had already started Avelus, then the Yom Tov ends it off.
The 7 days, right?
Right. No, if he sat for 2 days, as an oval, and then Yontif came. So at the end of Yontif, he doesn't have to resume. Is that what we're saying?
That's right, correct.
Is that correct? Okay. Umikol Makam Hare Enu Sharu V'Simcha. And in any case, he's not obligated the simcha to be the simcha.
Right,
Uchvar katevnu the mikol makam in karou la'alos yale.
right. We already wrote that nevertheless, they did call him to go up. He should go up.
The yesh omrim, and there are others who say Diva'one.
Right, there are those. Okay, now that's one thing. Now, yesh omrim ba'oinem. Let's say a person is an oinem, right?
Yeah.
Filu karlo lolos. Even if they call him to go up, low yale, he should not go up. He's an oinem. He's in a whole different category.
So it's stricter by an oneg than it is for the oval? Is that what we're saying?
Yep, don't go up. He's an oinem, don't go up. Now, what about?
But if you're an oval, you can go up.
Well, he said, if the burial took place on the regel, he should not go up because it's usher besimcha. Call you made a regel, so he should not go up. He should leave. It's usher for him to go up on the holomoid.
I'm confused. If he's an onain, what's he doing in shul?
He can go to shul. Technically, he can go to shul.
I thought the whole point of the laws of the onain were that he's busy preparing for the burial, and he doesn't want to take away from that.
Right, but on Yom Tov, you can't bury him on Yom Tov. So technically, he's an oinain, but since there's nothing for him to do, right? There's a semi-suspension of his laws of being an oinain.
Wow.
He could go to shul, because on the other hand, he can't really be noeg balis before Hesia, right? He shouldn't act as he's in mourning in a public manner. So by not coming to shul, that could be taken as a form of public grieving, which you can't do.
Okay, but now he's in shul, and it's Yom Tov, so there's nothing he can do to work on the burial.
Right.
So why is the law stricter for him? It should be more lenient, I would think.
Because when it comes to the Birkas Kohanim, he needs to have a situation where he's in joy, and he's not in joy, in spite of the fact that he's allowed to come to shul under these certain circumstances, but that doesn't give him the ability to be joy. He's still suffering a tremendous loss here. So he's not in a joyous mood, which will allow him to do the Birkas Kohanim.
And the suffering is greater when he's in onain than when he's in avel?
That I'm not sure about, in terms of the actual grieving, but the oinain, the reason he's pater from mitzvahs is because he has to devote his energies towards the honor and the maintenance and the care of the nifter, to make sure everything's being done properly for the speedy burial that's incumbent upon him to do. right? So therefore, he's exempt from all mitzvahs that they shouldn't interfere with his preparations to have the burial be done in the most proper and expedient way possible, right? But on Yom Tov, all that comes to an end because he's not able to do anything, right? So that's why we could be in shul. But on the other hand, he should really leave before they call him up because he's not in a situation, an emotional state of joy which allow him to bench. Since he's not joyous, he can't bench. So therefore, he can't be there when they call him up. Okay. I think that brings us to the next Mr. Brewer. I'd use base Kodesh, right? Avi Ve'imo, Kufnun Tet. Have it there, Barry?
Al Avi V'al Ve'ima, V'hu Adin Kol Shaloshim Al Sha'ar V'loivin
Right. Who did
Shemechayev.
for the 12 months, he can't do it according to the Ramah. He can't bless the people the whole 12 months that he's in mourning over his father and mother. Who didn't call Shloshim al Shah Kroivim. The same law applies for the whole 30 days for the other relatives that he's obligated to sabla on them for 30 days.
Well, wait, I thought 30 days was, isn't 30 days only for the parents?
No, 30 days. 30 days is for all relatives. You have 7 days for all relatives, 30 days for all relatives. The only extension to a full year, 12 months, is for the father and mother.
Okay.
Okay.
Chayev lis avel alehem. V'im ein sham bebeis haKnesses shnei kahanim acherim chutz v'choavel mutar v'avel v'sa kapov toich yud beis chodesh al aviv v'ima al toich shaloshim al sha'ar keruvim. But why does it say two kahanim? What is?
No, because there are many opinions that say that if you don't have 2 Kohanim, it's only din de Rabban, it's not din de Raista. So if there are not 2 Kohanim, Acherim, others in the base Knesset, so then it would be mutter for the Amal to go up and Duchening, even if there's one, even if there's no other ones except himself, so the people should get at least a bracha from one Kohen, even though it may not be derived according to all opinions, and you need 2, one would still be sufficient that you could be Yotze according to many din derived, and definitely din derabbanan.
And what about the situation? And what about the situation if there's one other kahanim besides him? Is he then obligated to make to be the second one? Is that
Right.
Is that an obligation also?
That's right. If there's one other one, he's the second one, he should go up, right? Right.
Oh, so then that's what when there is only one kahanim, only one Kohen, then they don't call out. They don't call out Kohanim.
Right,
correct?
right.
Okay. Mem Daled?
Yeah, let's see Mem Dalet in the Mechaber.
Okay. Mem Daled. Kohen, Afa Pishahu, Hanoi, Nose et Kapo. Even though he's Panoi,
A single person, a Kohen who's a single person. He's not married,
yeah.
all right? Kohen Alpha Bishop Panoi, now says cover. A Kohen, even though he's a Bacher, he's single, he can in fact do.
Okay.
How can he do that? How can he be joyous if he's not married?
We'll see. Let's also.
He's joyous because he's not married.
Oy vey, smear, Barry.
Just joking. I'm just joking.
Better be.
Rivera knew I was joking. He laughed.
Right, you see, you go see further in the, now look at, that's the Mechaber. Let's see the Ramah.
Yesh Omrim, the Enu Nasa Kapov, and there are others who say that he doesn't do the blessing. Shoru below Isha, Shoru below Simcha.
Right, the person who's living without without a wife, he's living without joy.
Oh, so the Ashkenazim cannot be joyous with a wife, but the Sephardim can.
Right. That's right.
Right.
So are you Sephardic, Barry?
Well, I'm trying to get a membership, but it's a long, complicated process.
All you have to do, Barry, is eat rice on Pesach. Start eating rice.
Eat rice on Pesach.
If you eat that, you're in the club. Let's see. We'll stop short here. Let's see the Mr. Berura on these last two halachas, the Mechaber and the Ramah.
The Enu Nasa Kapov.
Yeah, this is the psak of the Ramah, right? According to the Mechaber, he could duchen, and according to the Ramah, he can't do.
Umihun Nasu She'ein Isha Ima Mutar Chule Alma. But if he wait.
But let's say I have a married man, but his wife is not with him. Unless he's on the road, he's traveling.
Yeah.
Okay? So then, according to everybody, he can be duchen.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, Rabbi? I didn't get that.
Right? He's married, but his wife is not with him for some reason. Right? Let's say she's in the hospital. She just gave birth to a baby. So she's not with him now. So he can still duchen according to the Mr. Berura. It doesn't have to be living with him constantly.
Got it.
Okay. Let's see.
Shenogu Shenose Kapo.
Right.
It's a custom to raise his hands.
Right.
Yinu afilu ein sham Kohen Elohu. Oh, okay. Right. If he's the only one, then he has to do it.
Right.
Why is that? I thought if he's the only one, it's not derisa.
That's
I would think it'd be less than
the
obligation.
That's the appeal. Even if he's the only one and it's really not going to be derisive according to everyone, he still should go ahead and do it.
Okay.
It's two chedushim. That one, it's going to be him and only him, and maybe you would say, since it's not strictly derisa, he shouldn't go up. The Hiddush is no, he should go up even though it's not strictly derisa. Okay.
Okay.
Right, no. So looking Kuf Samet base, even though Alpha Pisheno, so even though he's not married.
V'dafka v'avelos machmirinen. Shesharu b'tzar.
Right, specifically in the case of the Avelis of the morning, right, we're strict with him not to let him duchen unless he's the only one. But in this case, we can be a little bit makil. Let's see, that's Kuf Samek Gimel.
Bitsa'ar.
Tsar, right, Tsar is right that
So even though he's in pain,
right, the dafka, he's in distress, right? He's grieving because of the loss of his relative. Right. So there we were more strict because he's actually having a positive negative emotion. Right?
so
there
we're strict because it's proper that he's in pain.
we're strict because he's having a positive negative emotion.
Oh,
He's positively in sorrow. Therefore, he's far away from being in that state of joy that we require for him to give his blessings properly.
so that's why we say that he should not duke it.
That's right. That's right. But here in this case, right, when he's simply not married, right, so he's not in a positive situation of distress or grief.
Right. He has the positive distress after he gets married.
Yeah. It all depends on who you marry.
And who you are.
There's nothing wrong with the institution. There's only a problem with the institutes.
The institutees.
Okay. Anyway, let's stop here now. We'll continue this tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Welcome. Bezrat Hashem, everyone should have a good day, and we'll hope to see all you all tomorrow, Mitzvah Hashem.
Okay. Everybody be well and be safe.
Thank you. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Lou.